Howdy y'all, and welcome to episode 40 of my Let's Play series. I am Ragaras, and of course we're on the Ultimate Feed the Beast pack. I think last time I was talking about getting some iridium production going, and what was going to be the easiest way. And of course, it wasn't as easy as I had hoped it could be, because what I wanted to end up making were the solar panels. And everything kind of hinges on being able to make these are easy enough to make. I've already got a couple of those. Those are really easy to make, and then these aren't too bad, except for no, not that one. What is it I need? I think it's this one. No, where was it? I need UU matter for something, and I don't have any UU matter. Which one was it? The enriched cenarium, I think it was. Yeah, to make the cenarium, the enriched cenarium, or yeah, just regular cenarium, you need UU matter, and I had not figured that into my plan originally, because I figured I really didn't look at the recipes enough. I thought just getting iridium would do, but even the frickin' iridium plates are completely different. Now you need this iridium alloy ingot and an implosion compressor. So you need 4 iridium each, and then all these advanced alloys, and then diamond dust. Okay, still no big deal, but I had not factored in for UU matter, so I had not, I hadn't been producing. I was going to not do the scrap. What I was going to do was just have a bee do the iridium for me, and so what I did is I made a valuable, bred up to a valuable pair, and they make platinum combs, of course. Platinum combs all go down into the processing area down there. This is my new little bee area, by the way. It was just too crowded down there, so I moved everything up onto these floating platforms. Moved all the bee equipment into here. These are pretty cool. You know, these are ice bricks. You take 4 pieces of ice, surrounding a brick, and you get these ice bricks. So they're pretty cool, and they're not slippery either, so they're pretty cool looking, like a little blue floor. Just wanted to mess around with those a little bit. Each one of these is within its own chunk, so I just have these little individual chunk loaders, so I don't have to overload them. They're each just have their own. There's another one, probably underneath the floor right there, which is pretty cool. This way I can just keep adding on to this as I need more room, which you can see I already do. Right now what I'm running is the platinum, the lapis. Over here I've got a corroded, and then I'm just running the imperial and the industrious so I can keep producing alvearies, and then this one I've just got radioactive to do some uranium. Because eventually I think we're going to have to go to a nuclear power solution to get the UU matter, which won't be a big deal. I just the plan I've got is just to add another 2 chambers to it, and we should be kicking out about 1,000 EU a tick. And since I'm not sure how I'll do it just yet, but I'll get it figured out, how we're going to do that. What was I about to do? Oh yeah. I'm going to show you the iridium production. So get down here. There we go. All the combs come in here. Now I'm just voiding the rocky combs now. There are so many rocky combs that it was actually kind of clogging up the centrifuge over here. It was taking precedence over about everything else, and they couldn't get in there to be squeezed. So the lapis and the copper and the platinum, the uranium uranium, all that stuff was not getting processed as quickly because just all these rocky combs, and all they really do is give you beeswax. They don't even really give you honey, so I'm just voiding those off, and we're still producing honey and still making alveoli paneling. Damn. 7, 2, 3. Make some more of this. I could probably automate this, but I don't know. I don't like automating every single thing. Going through a lot of a lot of the impregnated sticks for frames because we're running a lot of frames. We have our lava production down here right now. It's producing, or it's got 6 frame housings on it. Doing really, really well. I'm probably, when I get this to about 500 stacks or so, I'll probably move that down to just 3 and see how that does. Now I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode, but I changed this out to use a red wire instead of the I don't know, jacketed cabling. For some reason, with the jacketed cable, every time I would log on, it would give an odd amount instead of an even amount. So I was always having to come in here and have to reset that, which is kind of weird. Let me get back up here. It'll be nighttime. So all the combs are produced over there, and then they're sent over there and squeezed, and then they're sent into the ME system. So our platinum, for our iridium, all the platinum goes in here. Platinum dust. Now, of course, you see there's none in there right now. And why is that, you ask? Well, I'm sure that's what you're asking anyways. That all goes down here to an industrial centrifuge. It's got an import and export bus. On the import bus, it is set to platinum dust, and then so I don't have to do another process. It just crafts them in the tiny piles, and it crafts them into a dust, puts them in here, and centrifuges them, and that gives us our iridium. What do you call it? Iridium nuggets. Then they all go into this one, to this fabricator here. They're made into the ingots and then put back into the system. Now I have the same thing going for the copper dusts here. So that's where we get our copper and our iridium from our bees. So I was a little ticked when I found out I wasn't going to be able to do this without making UU matter. I was hoping I could get around having to generate the UU matter, but not going to happen. So I had this underwater area here, so I went ahead and used it. We have power coming from our station up here, goes into a BC producer, I think it is, or consumer energy bridge, and then to a low voltage producer, IC2. And then I've got 9 of the igneous extruders here. I went ahead and went with igneous extruders instead of the red power, just because what I'm looking at right now on the 1.5.2 and 1.6 is red power is not in there. So I just want to get used to not using it at all. So all the cobblestone comes over here. It's turned into scrap in the recycler. I have a fabricator right next to it. As soon as it gets the 9 scrap that it needs, it makes a scrap box. It's pulled out and sent over to the ME system. And then eventually, I still have to make a matter fabricator, because the mass fabricator from IC2, you know, I can click on that and there's no recipe. So unless I was to go into the config file and turn that on, it's not there. So you have to use the matter fabricator, which is this one, and its recipe is a little bit more serious. Iridium plate, so I need I think we need like 4 iridium plates for this. Let me see. This would be 4. No, it would be 5 iridium plates for this. Highly advanced. No, yeah, okay. So I would need 4 iridium plates and then some chrome, and it looks like titanium plates. The teleporters aren't bad. They're just a lot of. So I'm probably going to have to make up a bunch of, make up a lot more mixed metal ingots so I can get that advanced alloy plate, or advanced alloys. So once I do that, what we can do down here is went ahead and kind of prep the tunnel to run power from the, well, I can't get up. There's this comes from our reactor room, and right now goes up to power everything. I will probably just move the high voltage producer and all that to like just string it in here somewhere, and then this will go from the new reactor just down and then over to our underwater area and power everything. Or not everything, but the matter fabricator. So I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. I still have to get all the pieces together for the matter fabricator. I think I have enough chrome. Not sure. Chrome's not too hard to make. It's chrome somewhere. I may not have enough. Let's see. Highly advanced. I need 8 chrome plates. 8 chrome plates, it looks like. So, well, yeah, I might have enough. Might have enough right there to do that. So this is the area that where all the bees were. I just left it here. May come to use someday. I'm going to leave the mutator right here, just because I have the dragon egg already here, and I don't want to have to pry that up, and it's kind of all set up already. And mutating bees isn't something that I have to do too often. I mean, it's pretty quick with the mutator. It does a pretty good job doing it in one shot. We do have the 4 of the pressure boilers running now. Don't know if I have room for any more. I could probably go like up another level and then go over this. I don't know if that'll probably affect my bees. And of course I can always expand out in this direction. Maybe do 3 more or so if I needed to. But right now, each one of these is doing 128 MJ. And then of course we have our older power area using the biomass down here. And it's still running pretty good. Got all our... So each one of these is 100 MJ. And they're still running pretty good. Not having any problem. Why is this falling in the way? What's the deal with that? Space inventory. Why is it That's weird. Why did it not go down there? Why are we picking these up? That's unusual. Oh, there's an extra pipe down there. wonder how many I've lost because of that. Wow. How did I not even see that? That sucked. I wonder how much mulch I've lost because of that. Not that it's a resource I have to worry about. I've got more, the squeezer. Good Lord, I'm gonna have to get back behind here. There are some zombies or something in here. Where you going? Well, I'll be back. I'm gonna go find these zombies and kill them. I don't want to sit there and listen to this down in my pit. So I'll be back in just a second. And welcome back. Actually, a lot further into the day now. Done a lot of stuff getting towards the UU matter production. Did end up making the matter fabricator, not the mass fabricator. This works a little differently. You have to supply it with scrap or it's not going to work. It's not like the old mass fabricator in the Direwolf pack where you just can supply it a lot of power and it'll produce a UU matter. You can see here I've got a whopping 2 so far. That's enough to make the advanced solar panel what I need it for. And this one, the advanced, is you need it for the scenarium part. So you need 2 there. So I have everything I need to make the advanced. To make the ultimate, I am going to need quite a bit more, because each one of these is going to take 6 UU matter to make. And so that's what, 6, 12, 24, and then I needed 2 of those, so it's 48, plus another 12 for the scenarium alloys. So, like a full stack is what I'm going to end up needing to make one of those. So that's a long way off, because I'm only running about 900 EU a tick into this thing right now. I did double the amount of EU production. I tried just using the reactor that I had. You can see I'm doing 920 right now. I could bump it up to probably 1300 or so if I went to 6 chambers, and would feel relatively safe about it. So what I did is I moved, because I did have all the power consumers for EU and everything to power all my IC2 machines. I moved those and added 3 chambers to the reactor, and I just kind of doubled up what I was doing. So it's, like I said, doing 920 now. But with this setup, there is potential for some hazard down the road, because if these disappear towards the end of their life, one of these condensators could get put in that spot and it could potentially overheat. So I did add a thermal monitor to it. Now what a thermal monitor does is you can adjust the temperature here. You can see what this one will do is when it reaches 1,000 degrees, if I'm not paying attention or whatever, and this thing hits 1,000 degrees, it's going to emit a redstone signal. So typically a redstone signal is required to turn it on, so I can't just run it down here, just run a wire down here and have it shut off. That's the way it used to work. Now, since the redstone signal is required to turn this thing on, what I did is I added a structural pipe with a gate, and I said as long as the redstone signal is off, redstone signal on. So this thing is going to always stay on unless I shut it off, or if this thing hits 1,000. This thing hits 1,000 degrees, it's going to turn on a redstone signal, which is going to then shut this device off. So let's say we go down to 0, boom, it shuts off, because it's reached our temperature limit. But as long as it's not at 1,000, boom, it turns on. We're getting reactor power. So with this system, we're pretty safe as far as our reactor goes. Now, I did forget that the glass fiber cables will only take 512 packets for EU, and I burned up this entire line going all the way out to the matter fabricator, so I did have to replace the I'm sorry, I had to make a high voltage transformer that just it's still getting the full 920 down the pipe, but this converts it over to packets of 512, so I don't burn anything up. So this is pretty secure. I mean, it's not the fastest way to get the UU matter, but I figure once I get a couple of stacks of UU matter, and I have the high volt or the ultimate hybrid solar panels. Come on, there we go. Then I can just focus those directly on just producing UU matter and not worry about the nuclear, and do that. And I haven't even started to look into the fusion reactor yet. It looks really freaking complicated. So don't know when I will win, or even if I'll get around to messing with that, because that's a little bit more complicated than just the I hate that water stops me from flying. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I don't want those things all hanging to the ground. I want them different lengths. So as I see one I need to trim up, kind of doing that. Some of these are just too long. There's just too much of this. I think I overdid it. I'm just gonna kill a few of these. Do a little gardening. Trim this up a little bit. Yeah, too much here. Too much. Come on, get a little closer. Come on. There we go. Get rid of that one too. Too much bush. Too much bush is always a bad thing. Not pointing fingers at anybody, I'm just saying. Yeah, it looks a little better. Not as thick. Always make sure you do your maintenance of your bush. Make sure it's good and trimmed. It looks like night to me. Darn it. So the other changes that I did to kind of speed up the with just one recycler, it was doing okay with 9, but then as soon as I added 3 more, it got overloaded. So then I added a second recycler, and to kind of catch that. Then of course it wasn't getting its full use, so I added another 3. But these things were kind of, I couldn't run them at full couldn't run them fully overclocked because they were running out of power. So I upped this to a, since I already had the transformers inside the recyclers, I bumped this up to a medium voltage instead of a low voltage. So they're running a lot better now. And I don't think, as slow as this one is going, because I have, I think, over 1,000 in the ME system, and plus what's in this chest. So I don't think I'm going to be hurting for scrap for this, unless I just had a ton more power. That may come down the road once I get an ultimate and add it to the nuclear. It might not be enough. So I just added the chest down here with the export bus, so that's pumping those, that's keeping that full. And then of course scrap now we have, I guess that's 1,200 something. It's hard to read with that little yellow in the way there. I think it's 1281. So we're not hurting for scrap right now. So hopefully by I don't know, probably next episode, I'm just gonna let this thing run for a while. They put the Avengers on Netflix. Yeah, gotta love that movie. So I may take a pause and just let this thing run and go check on it when the movie's over, and see if I'm far enough along to. I know it's going to take hours. I imagine it's probably going to take a couple of cycles of the reactor. I may look at some other reactor designs and see if I can't amp it up even more. I may move it to a full 6-chamber reactor just to give it a little more oomph. You know what I mean? Give it another 400 or so EU. Because I'm pretty certain that with another 3 chambers, if I do a full 6, I think it's gonna put it up over 1300 EU. I think is what I looked at. Yeah, that's about it. Pretty unexciting. I've just been doing a lot of prep. It seems like doing those bees. I didn't do any of that on video because I bred up a bunch of different bees. I did the radioactive. Of course, the platinum is a big long chain to get the valuables. I had the lapis. I had the corroded, and I also did the emerald. The emerald and the diamond. Did the resolute, that was part of one, that was one I needed. I think they do bronze combs. Did emerald, I had to do sapphire. I got diamond in here somewhere. I think I was inoculating now. Yeah, so I got diamond in here also. I worked all the way up to diamond. I was getting ready to get these guys ready to produce. Now, of course, I'm going to have to build another island. Not sure where I'm going to put it yet. I'm going to make sure these are all on different levels, so it's all multi-leveled. And then I'll put another island, probably in this chunk, but maybe lower to the ground, maybe. And then what I'll do is add the emerald and diamond bees there. Maybe the resolute, just so I can start getting some bronze, so I don't have to use my copper for that. Just have the automatic bronze comb. And I think next episode I'm also going to fight the Wither. What I did down here is I just put together my little 9x9 Wither room that I always use. People go to all these elaborate lengths to kill this guy. I'm just going to do it down here on bedrock. This should be tall enough to get him in here, and as tight as it is, I find that he's a lot easier to kill because he doesn't get up in the air and start launching stuff at you. He just stays on you the entire time. So I think next episode I'm going to take him on, and probably a couple times, because I want to be able to start putting up my portal spawners to at least one of the bee area up there, and then one over to our underground area also. So put another one down here somewhere, so I don't have to keep doing the long jump down all the time. Probably put it somewhere in here. Well, I did find that zombie earlier, by the way. They were back. Like right in here, there was a hollow space. Looks like there's another one in there. I've done a lot of caving back around here. You can kind of see on my mini map that which one's mini map? No. Say X. Come on, there we go. Kind of see on my map where all those caves that are lit up. I've been doing a lot trying to light all that up because I don't want to hear these guys, all the time. And apparently I missed one because I can still hear them back in there. So I'm going to have to do some more caving. Try to find all those guys. And I'm still planning on redoing this sheep farm. Probably going to use the Minecraft or Mine Factory Reloaded mod for that. Really like that mod. I didn't think I was going to like the conveyor belts and some of the machinery, but really do. It's a good mod. Wished I'd had found it a lot earlier. Be nice if Dyer will eventually include that in his pack. Maybe when it comes out for the 1.5.2 or 1.6. Sounds like they'll probably be stuck on 1.5 for a while, because 1.6 sounds like it changes a lot of stuff. So could be a long time before we see something from 1.6 before all the mod authors can get it all fixed up. Well, I appreciate everybody coming by. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If there's something that you'd like to see me do a episode on, just let me know in the comments. Until next time, y'all take it easy.